I'm your host, Willimus. Welcome to 23. You're joining me for Elementalists, Book 1, Chapter 5, Trouble Brewing. As you walk with Seth towards the greenhouse for potions class, you fill him in on the events of the previous day. Beckett taught me a spell to round up all the books, and then he gave me a rundown on the illegal blood magic stuff. Back up a second. You're saying that Beckett was actually nice? I know, right? I think Beckett needs to learn to chill. He's always so intense about school and magic and learning. It's like he needs to be perfect at everything and rub it into everyone's faces. At this rate, he's gonna burn out before the year's even half over. Not the best strategy, if you ask me. Zeph shrugs. School might just be his thing, you know? Some people are super cool, hilarious, perfect best friend material. Motions at himself. And some people keep their noses in their books 24/7. Too bad for Beckett. It doesn't seem to have helped his personality. Tell me something, Ellie. You've got a lot to say about Harrington guy, and everyone's noticed the tension between you two. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll totally drop the subject, but do you have a little crush on him, by any chance? Honestly, well, he is kind of hot. I mean, now that you got to know him and everything, yeah. Everybody likes mean nerds with a secret soft side, Zeph. You're saying he has a soft side? I'm gonna let you have your type, Ellie, but just know I'm gonna take every opportunity I can to tease you about it. You enter the greenhouse and take your seats, continuing your conversation. The students slowly file in. Things got weird after I left the library. I saw someone, maybe a teacher, staring at me, but she ran away when I tried to talk to her. I followed her into the lost and found, where I found a baby picture of me, birthmark on my shoulder, and everything. It can't just be coincidence. It's like she led me straight to it. Okay, plot twist, so this woman knows you or something? I don't even know what to think. It's like every time I have this figured out, something new pops up. I'm so confused. But I think the best thing I can do is keep my head down and learn as much about the magical world as I can. That has to give me some answers, right? It sounds like you already have a lead on with this woman. That's what I was thinking. If only I knew who she was or how to get her to talk with me. All I remember is that she was wearing a red scarf and her hair was kind of messy and flying around everywhere. You know, it sounds like you're talking about Professor Swan. I've heard some really strange stuff about her. He leans in and looks at you intensely. Sure, they call her Professor, but what I've heard is she hasn't taught... Wait, Professor Swan? The first-year Sanad advisor Contos was telling me about? Yeah, sounds like... Good morning, young learners. Thank you all for being on time. Professor Contos enters the greenhouse with a cauldron in his arms. Zeph quickly sits up straight. We're going to get right into potion making today, which I'm sure many of you are excited about. To begin with, I'd like you all to take a look at the daydream potion you're going to be concocting. He sets a cauldron on the desk in front of the classroom. You, Zeph, and the crowd get closer. The rest of the class, and you nudge Zeph into the side. Hey, tell me about Professor Swan. She's like super weird, always muttering under her breath, kind of a loner. Weirdly protective of her office. Protective of her office? What does that even mean? I don't know. There's a rumor that she's keeping illegal magical stuff in there. Contraband, or potions, or maybe even creatures. But hasn't anyone ever been in there? They would have seen all this stuff, right? I've heard that she doesn't like being around people, never invites students to her office, doesn't really talk to other professors. What's she even doing at the college, then? Has everyone seen the potion? Students in the back, Ellie, Zeph, please come forward and take a quick look. Can Zeph break off your conversation and peer into the cauldron? Take a look. It's in a cauldron. Reading rainbow.
While fairly easy to make, a daydream potion can have amusing side effects when improperly brewed, though none are typically dangerous. Which is why you'll be making this potion to kickstart your brewing juju, as a tune say.
I'm not sure I've heard that one before. Cut him some slack. It can't be easy trying to keep up with all the current attuned and sadder lingo.
Daydreams are typically associated with a lack of focus, but this potion will do the opposite, heightening your creative faculties. You should find the magic comes to you more easily, though most common side effect of this is spaciness, which is where the potion gets its name. If one could slip their professor a dose in the morning tea, giving them an extra time on their term paper while said professor is lost in fantastical reveries.
Zeph turns towards you with a delighted grin on his face as Akantos notices and carries on cheerfully.
But I discourage you from getting any ideas. The professors here can all recognize the signs of having consumed a daydream potion. Now, if you'll return to your desks, I'll take any questions you may have before we begin brewing.
You're about to concoct your first potion. Listen carefully to the instructions will impress Professor Gondos, and probably brewing the potion will unlock a bonus scene later in the story. But this is also your chance to get gossip on Professor Swan, which may give you more clues about the recent attacks.
Make your choice wisely.
I'm gonna stick with Professor Gondos. Raise your hand. Professor Gondos nods in your direction.
A question, Nelly?
What happens if you take a high dose of Daydream Potion, Professor?
While I appreciate your curiosity, please be advised that recreational potion taking is strictly against school policy.
I just want to fully understand the potion's capabilities, I swear.
Fair enough. Taking too high a dose of Daydream Potion can result in excessive drooling, blank staring, speaking in gibberish, and occasionally acting out of fantasies you're experiencing. Now, let's get brewing. First, fill your cauldron halfway with distilled rainwater, which you can find in my storage room.
Gondos demonstrates how to start the potion, setting a flame beneath the cauldron once the rainwater has been added. The water quickly heats up.
As the rainwater in your cauldron begins to steam, it's time to prepare your first ingredient.
He picks up a roughly shaped rock with an otherworldly gleam. Moonstone!
Carefully shave off 5 grams of your moonstone and grind it into a powder with mortar and pestle. Finely grounded moonstone stabilizes the rest of the ingredients and improves the potion's taste and texture.
As he stirs in the moonstone powder, his potion turns a soft blue-purple. He takes a deep breath as a fragrant scent, like pastries baking in a warm kitchen, fills the room.
A pleasant aroma should begin emanating from your potion. Simply wait for the surface to fog up before adding in 2 slivers of tusk of muffin.
I wonder what the morphin is.
Tusk of morphin enhances focus, but the more you add, the longer and more intense the focus would be. 2 slivers is plenty, as we don't want to become zombies to the outside world.
That'd make a nice prank, though.
No pranks in this class, Mr. Hernandez. You never want to anger a room full of potion makers. I speak from experience.
Professor Gondos adds 2 slivers of his tusk of muffin, and his potion immediately reaches a low boil. He lets the potion stew for another minute before picking up a beautiful flower. Looks like pure gold.
Delicately pluck the dream shade petals like so, making sure not to tear or crease them. They simply combine into your mixture.
Professor Gondos drops the petals into the potion, stirs. The liquid turns to a luminescent golden shade, the bubbles on the surface slowly calming.
If the rest of the steps have been followed correctly, your daydream potion should turn a golden color once you have added your dream shade. Now, class, please partner up. 30 minutes should be plenty of time for you all to brew up a reasonable potion. Get concocting, be safe, and most importantly, have fun.
Alright, let's cook up some daydreams. Zeph heads to storage room with the rest of the class and returns with his arms full of ingredients, including your cauldron filled with rainwater. You light a flame beneath your cauldron, and once the water begins to steam, you reach for the first ingredient. First ingredient is moonstone. Would you mind flaking off 5 grams for me? I'll grind it up. Zeph flicks off a few pieces of moonstone, carefully weighs them, and then places them in a mortar. You smash them down into a fine powder with a pestle. You stir the moonstone powder in the cauldron, your potion turns a pleasant shade of periwinkle. Smells like blueberry pie. You slowly stir your potion until the surface turns foggy and the classroom fills with a rich, sugary scent. Alright, step 2 is adding in a tusk of murphin. Steph picks up the ancient-looking tusk and holds the figure in towards you. Remember, we don't want to cut too much and turn into zombies, or do we? 2 slivers. Slice off fragrance of your ingredient and tip them into your cauldron. Your potion reaches a slow boil and the surface begins reflected, like a melted pane of glass. This is looking good. You and Zeph continue making your potion, watching the liquid change from dark to light, serene to roiling. Soon you're in your final steps. I'll let you do the honors, Ellie. Dream Shade Petals. Last but not least, Dream Shade. Zeph plucks a beautiful flower and presents it to you with a flourish. The finest flower, the finest potion-making partner. Why, thank you, kind sir. Here goes nothing. Take the flower, delicately pluck off 5 petals and drop them into your cauldron. As you stir, the bubbles on the surface calm and your concoction turns a soft, radiant gold. I think we're done it. Admire your work. Professor Contos, could you come check our potion, please? Brew the Daydream Potion. As Professor Contos comes around to your desk and peers into the cauldron, he nods and smiles at you both.
Very well done, Mrs. Jones, Mr. Hernandez. I'm exceptionally impressed. While not perfect, this would earn you both high scores on a practical exam. As such, I'm awarding you both full marks today. Very good work.
Thanks, Professor. My report card thanks you too. While later, Professor Contos makes his way to the front of the class as the last group finishes up their potions.
Good work today, class. You may all leave as soon as you've cleaned up your workstations. Thank you for a wonderful first lesson.
Zeph reaches for your cauldron to go empty it out, but you stop him. Did you want to admire our work some more, or? I was thinking, there's still time left in class, and Professor Contos did say our potion wasn't perfect. He said we'd get high marks on it. But I like perfection. Oh my god, please tell me spending one evening in the library with Beckett hasn't poisoned your mind. Zeph, calm down. I don't think I can make this potion even better the second time. Magic is amazing, and I want to work as hard as I can at it. Upgrading your potion will impress Professor Contos and improve the bonus scene you've unlocked for later. I should accept the mark I got. Make the potion again. Suit yourself, but I hope you don't mind me taking a backseat this time. I'm potion out for the day. That's fine. Your moral support is all I need. You go, empty your cauldron, then bring it back to your desk, take out the potions textbooks, and crack your knuckles. Let's do this, Ellie. Following the directions in your textbook closely, you add ingredients to your cauldron and stir as directed. Powdered moonstone to stabilize. Potion should turn... Yes, periwinkle. 2 slivers of Tusk of Murphon to enhance focus. We literally did this perfect the first time. I don't know how she's going to do it any better. Your potion begins to boil, and the periwinkle shade fades to clear. Did that the first time too. And last but not least, the Dream Shade petals. Drop the petals of the Dream Shade flower into the potion, where they float on the gentle bubbling surface for a second before sinking down. You stir the liquid carefully, and the bubbles fade away. Your mixture turns a beautiful golden shade and smells like roses. Yes, Professor Contos, could you come look at my potion, please? Professor Contos comes over and peers into your cauldron.
Well, Ellie, you've certainly outdone yourself. I'd say this is about as close to perfect as I've ever seen one from one of my own students.
Thanks, Professor. I guess I've got a knack for potion making.
I'd certainly say so, although I definitely attribute these results to your hard work as well. I think you'll thrive in this class.
You wow Professor Contos with your potion broom. Professor Contos misses you with another proud nod, and you turn to grin at Zaf. Looks like I'm gonna have to start calling you Miss Overachiever. A title I'll wear proudly. Now come on, help me clean up this potion.
Why does he have to? You're the one that did it.
You and Zaf leave the greenhouse after cleaning up and start to walk back towards your main building. Hey, so about Professor Swan. Then Griffin passes by. He stops suddenly when he sees you and breaks into a wide grin. Hey, Ellie, you plan on swinging by the thief trials today, right? Hold on. I thought they didn't start for another hour. They don't. I'm just helping set up things. I can take it. I take it I'll be seeing you there then. For sure. Ellie, why don't you give it a shot as well? Okay, I've heard this thief word a few times now. Who's going to do the honors and actually tell me what it is? You don't know? You don't know what thief is? Hey, go easy on her. Ellie's lived a pretty sheltered life so far. Just judgment, more explanation, please. Okay, Thief is a sport where two teams face off against each other, inside a huge dome. You have a flag attached to the belt in your waist. If it gets stolen by the opposing team, you're out. You can get elemental magic to help you steal flags or protect your own. The last team with someone standing wins. That all sounds so... like flag football. What's that? A thief is loosely based on flag football, but improved dramatically because you know Magic. Ah, you should definitely try it, Deli. Thief is like, I imagine the coolest video game you ever played, but a million times better. The perfect fusion of sports and magic. No, dude, no, I'm sorry. You can't beat the most awesome video game ever played with magic, I'm sorry. The terrain shifts throughout the match, so depending on your attunement, you'll have advantages and disadvantages. And Penderghast has some of the best cheering sections around. I can't wait to hear all hail the fighting Dryaxmars chanted by a full stadium. Our team is second to none. 3-time league champs, and we just won last year, when I was a freshman. That all sounds awesome, but do you really think that I could play this epic sport of yours on your epic team, no less? I mean, you've given me no reason to think that you couldn't, and don't think the team's ever had a sun ad on it before either. Look between Zeph and Griffin, their faces glowing with excitement. Okay, I'll go to tryouts. With all the crazy stuff happening to me, I think I deserve to make a morning off, or take a morning off to have some fun. Yes! Okay, I have to get ready. I'm gonna try to fit in some last-minute practice outside the dorms. See you later, Ellie, Griff. Hurries off with a wave, and you turn to Griffin. There's still some big issue with me showing up to tryouts, though. I've never played Thief before. We get a lot of people trying out who barely know the basics. It's easy to pick up, so don't worry too much. Although I have been a starter on the team since last year, I might know a thing or two that could help you out. If you were to up for a little one-on-one practice, that is. Is it the practice you're after, or are you just interested in some one-on-one time? Guilty as charged. I've been looking forward to spending more time with you, and this seems like the perfect opportunity to me. I'm down. I just don't think I'll be able to do much with magic as basic as mine. Actually, familiars are allowed at tryouts, since most freshmen are in the same boat as you. Plus, how you work with your familiar gives us a sense of how you handle teamwork. We haven't even worked together, we have no goddamn clue. Banner appears at your heels, jumping around enthusiastically. Looks like someone's excited. I'm sure he'd love the extra playtime, and I'd love to show you how fun Thief is. And by the sound of it, fun's exactly what you and Banner could use right now. So, what do you say? How did you learn the name of my puppy?
Tell me everything.
Hang out with Griffin and Banner while getting some Thief pointers to help you out during trials. My skills should be enough. I'll take you up on that. Great. Then let's head to the arena. You fall in a step beside Griffin as he takes you across this campus towards the Thief Stadium. You arrive inside the thief arena and marvel at the markings on the grass. I feel like I'm in the middle of some sort of ritual. What are all those designs in the corners for? They're the wards that let the terrain change. Also, that's the starting zone. There's another on the opposite side of the field. Each team begins the match in their respective zones, and once the terrain shifts, they set off looking for each other. Takes a deep breath and lets out a smile. I'd call this place my home away from home, but since that's technically my dorm, this is more my home away from home away from home. Anyway, let's get down to business. I'm going to teach you the 3 basics of any half-decent thief player should know. Intense. I'm ready, coach. Ow! We're both ready. Okay, 1. Protect your flag with your life. Hand you a belt with a flag attached to it and waits for you to fasten it around your waist. Okay, 2. Use the terrain to your advantage. And 3. Be stealthy. He pulls a lever behind what looks like a referee box at the edge of the field. The terrain begins to shift, the dome fading. And a forest materializes right before your eyes. Holy crap, are we in some kind of sci-fi movie? Oh, these are just holograms. This is all real. Immersive, huh? With a grin, Griffin motions at the trees around you. Now, the best thief players are the ones that utilize their terrain to help them steal their opponent's flags. Let's start easy. He walks about 30 yards away from you and then turns back around. Try using your magic in the terrain to steal my flag. I won't put up a defense. I just want to see what you can do with Banner's help. Use the elements available in the forest. Piece of cake. With Banner at your side, you take in your surroundings, deciding which element will suit your best. Okay, so we've got... what, earth? Ground, or, well, not ground, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Nature, air. Ah. Wood, air, fire. Guess we'll use some... let's do some air. Okay, Banner, power me up. With a wriggle of excitement, Banner starts channeling his magic energy into you. Thanks. Awesome. A streamlined tendril of wind wraps around Griffin's flag, gently detaching it from his belt and carrying it back your way. You jump up and grab it triumphantly. That was almost too easy. I need you giving me a boost all the time, Banner. Nice work, and thinking out of the box and going for air. It's an element that can be used in almost any terrain, but most people forget about it. Terrain shifts again, this time materializing into a pond beside you. Okay, same idea, but this time you'll be on the defensive. Use the elements to stop me before I get to your flag. Starts walking casually towards you, giving you plenty of time to take stock of your terrain. Okay, so same thing. Earth, wood, I'm assuming it's going to give me, and then water. Earth, metal, water. Let's try some water. Let's do this, Banner. Ow! Stream of water shoots out of the lake and hits Griffin in the face, startling him and obscuring his vision. He jumps out of the way, then wipes a hand down his face before chuckling. You're looking like a little fish out of water there. Well, that was one way to do it. Nice work, Ellie. Griffin returns to the referee box and pushes the lever up. The dome reappears overhead, and you're back at the standard field. Is practice over already? Aww. With a sulk, Banner disappears back into the ether. I didn't say you could leave. While I'd like to teach you a little bit more, the captain's gonna be get to the place ready for the tryout soon. Griffin, admit it, you just want to spend more time with me. Griffin laughs. Am I that obvious? Very, though I was hoping I'd get to see you show off your skills some more. Hey, I was serious about helping you out. I want you to make the team. So that you can spend even more time with me? I get it. I'm totally 100% not subtle. Neither are we, apparently. A loud metal chime reverberates over the grounds from the clock tower. Shoot, It's later than I thought. But nobody's here yet. We should just have to wait for them to show up, right? Actually, I have a pit stop to make first, but if you're going to try out, you should probably change into something more athletic. I know right where you can find the right gear. Come with me. Wait, where are we going? Where else? Penn Square, of course. Plus, knowing Aster, she's probably expecting you. I wouldn't be surprised if she already has a jersey picked out for you. Oh, foreshadowing. I'd be serious surprised about all those things. Why would she... But Griffin is already setting off, so you hurry after him. You arrive at the busy streets of Penn Square. A group of children runs by, holding on to singing balloons. Fruity-scented sparks fly up from a nearby booth, and teenagers fly overhead on broomsticks and a skateboard. Griffin sets off at a brisk pace, politely shaking his head at a vendor trying to sell him a bouquet of flaming daisies. You have to power walk to keep up. I need to get some new belts and flags. There are always a handful of people who show up to tryouts without them. I thought you were a player. Are you the team's equipment manager too? Unofficially. I just like to keep the things running smoothly for the team. I take Thief pretty seriously, in case you haven't noticed yet. Oh, I noticed. You and your teammates must be close. Griffin laughs bitterly. It's complicated. We play well together on the field, but there's no mistaking it. But as soon as the match ends and the stands clear out, let's just say no one's pretending that we're all tight. I never clicked with them. Why not? It seems like you do so much for them. I've been a starter since last year when I was a freshman. A lot of older members resent me for that, so they make me do a lot of the grunt work. There's just culture on the team. I don't really like it, and they can all tell. My parents want me to become a professional Thief player. They're pretty much my biggest fans, and it's just too much sometimes. Do you want to be a professional Thief player? I love Thief, but I don't see myself doing it for forever. I've always wanted to help people, and natural disaster relief just speaks to me. Anyway, I've got to do well on the team to keep my scholarship, and I enjoy the game, so it's not like I have too much to complain about there. You're playing a sport that you love, but thinking about what the future has in store for you, beyond it, I think you're really driven, inspiring, hot. Okay, no offense, but if hot didn't give me points, I'd seriously be like inspiring or driven or... I'm gonna go... Oh god, I sound like an idiot. Hot. Griffin smirks at you. If you think me talking about my future is hot, you should see me in class, working towards it, studying, and all that other sexy stuff. Tempting. Does a stewardess Griffin wear glasses? If that helps your fantasy, sure. I could even adjust them on the bridge of my nose from time to time. Careful, I'm about to swoon. Okay, we need to stop. We need to stop right goddamn now. You really think I'd look good in glasses? I think you'd look good in anything. Right now, your arms look real good in that jersey. I see what you did there. Griffin not so subtly flexes, you guffaw, giving him a playful nudge. Aster Shop comes into view and both come to a stop. Griffin motions with his thumb down the street. I'll just be a few doors down, getting those belts and flags. I'll meet you back outside the Mason de U in a bit. He heads off and you enter Aster's shop. You find her behind the front counter, jumping up and down, trying to round up a flock of small owls flying overhead. Simon, Rosie, Sir Gladian, please, not when you're molting. You're getting feathers all over the floor. Feathers fall from the owls and hit the floor in repetitive, loud clunks. With a chorus of cheerful hoots, all of the other owls settle onto the shelves behind the counter. The last owl lands on Aster's head and hunkers down amid the leaves in her hair. Why exactly did those feathers sound so heavy? Because they're wood owls. Aster rolls around, a radiant smile spreading across her face. Hello, Ellie. You have come just in time to meet my new wooden owl friends. All of them but Sir Gladian are hatchlings, so they're a handful. But I know you're really here to buy your thief uniform. Huh, is that from the crystal ball that told you this, or? Aster, how did you know that? Griffin said you would, but how? I have my ways of seeing far and wide. And when I saw you coming here, I found myself standing in front of the clothing rack, and a clear image in my mind of exactly what you needed. Right, well, you're gonna have to enlighten me on that one. Aster laughs musically, then lifts an arm for Sir Gladian to shuffle on to. She sets him gently on the shelf with the other wooden owls. Follow me. I have just what you're looking for this way. Aster, do you think it's important to wear a uniform? Actually, I just wanted to see you. Ooh! Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, I didn't sense that when I felt your energy approaching. What a pleasant surprise! I'm happy to see you as well. It feels warmer when you're here, like the sun shining on my face. Are you saying that I'm warm, or that I make you warm? Just She brings you to the clothing racks, where she selects a yellow ensemble. This should do the trick. I magically reinforced all the seams, so this should be durable enough to last all season. Until next season, when we'll need a new outfit. So I should get some serious brownie points for showing up in this, huh? Brownie points? If you mean the captain will regard me quite highly, and also be enthused that I'm first son at tuned, trying out in the recent history, then yes, you will get brownie points. He places the outfit in your arms and pushes you excitedly into the dressing room. You change into the thief uniform. So, did you know there's a naked mod for this game? I'm serious. In case you're wondering, no joke. There is a naked mod for this game. I unfortunately discovered this the other day when I was preparing to do Elementalist editions, and so I was just trying to get the lay of the land, see if it's something that is good enough, or do I do other Diamond editions? And yes, there's a naked mod. It's not really that surprising, figuring how once we click on this outfit, like, your skin fades through and you can see everything. But moving on. Lucky Star, shine bright and steal the show in the sun-themed thief jersey. It gives nothing. It literally gives nothing, but the point of this is Diamond Editions, and you guys are going to share this, right? Okay, let's hope you do. After doing a few stretches in the test outfit, you step out and grin at Aster. Wow, Aster, this is comfortable. It looks great, too. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you like it. She looks you up and down. They say it's difficult to pull off the Atlantic wear, but you do it wonderfully. It makes me wish I could come see you in action. You head to the front of the shop to pay for your jersey. Aster hums a chipper tune as she takes your payment. Oh, I didn't know a tuneless money came with this number on them. I can't wait to add this to my collection. Come again, Ellie. Oh, but in the meantime, please be alert. Alert? Why? It's just that there's been a bit of unrest among the wood nymphs, and sometimes I can sense. She trails off, darkened eyes, staring straight through you. Sense what? She doesn't answer you. Mouth open slightly, body exceptionally still. Aster? She starts to speak, an expression blank, tone infectionless at first, but slowly rising in volume. Whisper among the trees. Pleasant tidings that I don't understand. They are afraid. Their branches shrink. There is blight in the air. They do not like it. Some recognize it. This place. What place? Aster slams her hand down on the countertop, lips pulling back in a snarl. The pitch black of her eye sucks you in, seemingly to swallow you whole. The attuned breed cruelty and destruction, foul magic that sours, poisons, and leaves pain in its wake. I feel it in my bark, my branches. A magic fouler than any before looms. The trees can sense its immense and cower at its might. Red shifts slightly, just enough that you feel like she can see through you rather than, or see you rather than through you. Ellie, you must... You... She shatters and then slumps over the counter, her words ring in your ears, rooting you to the spot as she lays motionless. Okay then. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy. Please do share this. Especially if you guys want me to get back into Diamond Editions now that we've taken care of the whole computer issue and whatnot, and I'm starting to do these. I'm not going to be able to do them as much as I'd like to, which would be literally sitting here and just pumping out every single Diamond Edition known to man. I do have a limit. Remember, I am using my voice, and that takes a bit more effort, and, I'm not sitting here tapping. And so my voice is finite. There's only so much you can say or do or whatnot during a video. So, also, please do share. One, growing the community and whatnot, I put in a lot of extra effort. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Please let me know, any criticism or whatnot in the comment section. Also, let me know if you did enjoy this, if you didn't enjoy this, whatever. It helps me to be better. I look back at my videos when I first started and versus now, and I've significantly improved, and taken criticisms and whatnot into play, and even just trying to, differentiate and make new voices, etc., etc., etc. I try my best. I really try. But also remember, this is Diamond Editions. This is the old buck. You know what I'm saying? It's not the free editions. So, without further ado, here's the outro, and peace.